Die the Wimpy Kid, The Ugly Truth by Jeff Kinney.
It's been almost 2.5 weeks since me and my ex-best friend, Raleigh Jefferson, had our big fight. To be honest with you, I thought he would have come crawling back to me by now, but for some reason that hasn't happened. I'm actually starting to get a little concerned, because school starts back up in a few days, and if we're going to get this friendship back on track, something needs to happen quick. If me and Raleigh are really through, that would stink, because the two of us had a pretty good thing going.
Now that our friendship is history, I'm in the market for a new best friend. The problem is, I've invested all my time in Raleigh, and I don't have anyone lined up to take his place. The two best options I have at this point are Christopher Brownfield and Tyson Sanders. But each of these guys has his own issues. I hung out with Christopher for the few weeks of summer, mostly because he's a really excellent mosquito magnet. But Christopher is more of a summertime friend than a school year friend.
Tyson is nice enough, and we like the same video games, but he pulls his pants all the way down when he uses the urinal, and I don't know if I can ever get past that.
Hey there, Greg.
The only other kid my age who's not paired up with someone is Fregley, but I ruled him out as a best friend material a long time ago.
I'll bet I can fit your whole foot in my mouth.
Anyway, I'm still keeping the door open a crack for Raleigh, just in case. But if he wants to save this friendship, he better do something fast. Because the way things stand, he's not going to come out looking very good in my autobiography. With my luck, though, I'll go on to be rich and famous, and Raleigh will still find a way to ride my coattails. The reason I don't see things changing between me and Raleigh is because he already found himself a replacement friend. Or to be more accurate, his parents did. For the past few weeks, Raleigh's been hanging out with this teenager named Brian. Whenever I go by Raleigh's house, he's out in his front yard throwing a football or a frisbee with a guy who looks like he's in high school or college. Well, I did some poking around and found out that this Brian guy isn't just a normal kid from the neighborhood. He's part of a company called Cool Brian, which is sort of like a big brother for hire kind of thing. In fact, I'd be willing to bet money this guy's name isn't even really Brian.
Mom said she thinks the Cool Brian thing is a great idea because it gives kids a role model they can look up to. That makes me kind of mad because the way I see it, I'm Raleigh's role model. And now Raleigh's parents are paying some guy to do what I've been doing all these years for free.
In homeroom, we got our textbooks for the semester. My school can't afford to get new books every year, so we usually just get hand-me-downs. But when you get a book that 10 kids had before you, it makes it kind of hard to do any learning. Usually, I have really bad luck when it comes to previous book owners. Last year, I got a math book that belonged to Brian Goot. And that didn't exactly up my cool factor in the hallways. But this year, I totally lucked out. When I got my math book, I found out that it used to belong to Jordan Jury. Jordan Jury is the most popular kid in the grade above me, so carrying his textbook around should translate into some major popularity points. One reason Jordan's so popular is because he's always had these big blowout parties, and it's really hard to get invited. But I figured this algebra book could be just the thing I need to get on his radar. Speaking of popular kids, I sat near Bryce Anderson and his group of friends at lunch today. Bryce is basically the Jordan Jury of my grade. And those guys are loyal to Bryce, no matter how dumb he makes them look. See, Bryce Anderson has the right idea. He doesn't actually need a best friend because he's got a bunch of lackeys who basically worship him. The reason me and Raleigh didn't make it is because we were equal partners in our friendship. And I don't think that kind of model has a chance of working out.
I'm Jack.
I'm Mo.
I'm Drew.
I'm Adam.
We're juniors here at Howell High School, and we think you guys should read Die the Wimpy Kid, The Ugly Truth for Margin Rating Month.
No, read it. In homeroom, we got our textbooks for the semester. My school can't afford to get new books every